Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Tee, we're set for football, and off we go from Nashville. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And I think that everyone is looking forward to seeing Drew Lock take the next step in the quarterback evolutionary process. Decision-making is something that he's working on improving because he's got plenty of arm and makes excellent off-platform throws. What he's seeking now? To be consistent in all of his processes.
Lock's throw hauled in by Westbrook-Akine here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards on the play.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Flush. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Lock to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And when you watch Corral play, you have to be impressed with just how fearless he is in any situation. Excellent in the pocket, accurate, ball gets out of his hands quickly. He also can break out and create big plays as well. Nothing with his legs. A tough runner, a tough leader. This guy has big-time potential.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for Indy. 48 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 42. Lock's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for this sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Lock going to keep it again. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Oh, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
He's been fortunate in one sense. I mean, he's thrown the 2 interceptions. That's not fortunate. The good news is haven't led to points on either one of those picks. So a fresh start here, 1st and 10.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back to Taylor on 1st down. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
DeForest Buckner able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lock, and he'll just get rid of it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They look to throw. It's Lock. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his man, Thornton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Again, it's Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Locke. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. On the counter, it's Taylor.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And this time he is in.
Jonathan Taylor
with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A final shot before half for Locke. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our It
looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke.
And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is to...
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. To throw it is Locke. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And the Colts coming out now.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
78 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
A first down carry for Henry.
Down to the 41. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has...
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They'll look to throw.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now this throw caught left side.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
DeForest Buckner. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
On now is the Titans punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Come 19, come 19. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
A short kick taken at the 18. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And the Titans getting set to go.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
First down, Locke. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Locke. Oh, that was sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing now is Locke. And finding the tight end Hooper.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Extra point right down the middle, and it is 42-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Locke off of play action.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Newton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone,
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So for the Colts, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game.